Yeah, what's good, cryptocurrency fans out there? Welcome back to the Everything Altcoin channel. Today, we're going to be talking about autonomous hedge funds and how we're watching something new and developing within the DeFi ecosystem happen right in front of our eyes due to AI. Now, before we get into talking about all of that, I would like to ask you guys, subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already. We're on the road to 20K subscribers. If you guys want to help out with that, hit that red subscribe button. Don't forget to like the video, comment what you guys think down below, and while you guys are down there, you guys can hit that Discord link to join the Discord to continue the crypto conversation we having daily. And while you guys are in the Discord, you guys can ask how does that Patreon group works. As you guys know, we have been getting into some bangers of plays, making some good calls, overall good community. The meme side is actually starting to pick up. We hit on some decent memes lately, one being Blaze, right? So shout out to Crypto Hunter and Crypto Dog and all of them in there. There's people in there that's always just trading, especially if you guys just want some good memes. So check out the Patreon group while Patreon is actually having a discount on them. Check out my ebook to the Essentials to Mastering Tokenomics if you're able to understand vesting, circulating supply, market cap, supply and demand. All of that is important to pick out the next crypto in your cryptocurrency portfolio. And one last thing, I actually did something pretty new here. I actually created an index on Indexy. We talked about this on a live stream before, where you guys can check out some of the base gems I put on here. This is specifically for base. I'm going to end up doing one for agents. Might do one for other things too as well. So check that out. Links will be in the description down below. Now let's get into the video. So GIZA is sitting at 18 cents, up 3% on the day. Well, 3% on the month. If you guys are looking on a day here, it's up 30%, right? So this right now is a very big, it shows you that this thing can go up and down pretty quickly, and it's due to the market, the overall market. Everyone should know that Bitcoin runs the overall market. If the overall market sentiment is good and bullish, you're gonna have projects like this that's going to run up 30% in a day, some 50%, right, depending on how low the market cap is. And GIZA is a pretty low market cap at $17 million. You guys can see about 24 days ago, it did hit a high of 48 cents. This is also coming from the lows it did have when it first came out. Let's see if it does actually show everything. As you can see, it came out around May. Yeah, it went all the way down to about 4 cents, then pumped to about 17 cents where it's at right now, then pumped again, a dump to about 8 cents, and it didn't have a crazy run from there to 47 cents, and now it has come down. As you can see, during this time we have experienced a crazy amount of volatility in the market. We was around the 90K price for Bitcoin, now back up to 100. It's just a lot for some of these low market cap altcoins to actually try to get their footing in this market as of right now. Now, High on Alpha actually put out this nice little tweet here. Meet GIZA. It's an amazing protocol that uses AI to optimize yield. GIZA has routed $100 million in 14 days and has routed 235 million so far. I'm not sure what the fees are, but this project is printing, accelerating for sure. The promise of GIZA's 10% yield per year instead of 3 to 5, while constantly monitoring and managing risk and return using AI. They have institutional capital deployed, 83% better than APR compared to the industry standard, 9 million AUM, 235 million routed volume, and 140 million FDV. So when we first discussed everything that was going on with GIZA, right, it was the first agentic protocol to allow autonomous agents to take 9-figure financial decisions. This is when they hit 100 million within the agentic protocol volume. Now, within 14 days, the agentic volume is up to $200 million. Now, why am I pretty big on this is simply because of the fact that I've come from a time where we had automatic investing apps, right, into different, traditional markets. You had your Acorn, Wealthfront, Stash. I've tried a lot of these, like robo advisor that they were called. Now you're essentially getting this onto crypto now, and it's actually looking like it's doing much better than what's going on in the traditional markets. And this is something I can see institutional players or traditional investors honestly liking, where they could just deposit their money and just get the yield. They don't have to do much. They just allow this autonomous AI agent to actually just run the financial protocol, right? Some people might not put too much money into it, some people might, but getting up to a $200 million market cap, and it's still a 200 million agentic volume, and it's still growing, to me that is huge, right? So now I want to say his name, Rennick, right? He put out this nice little article here, building autonomous markets, not just agent. GIZA is to become the liquidity wormhole of DeFi, the programmable infrastructure through which all capital enters, move through, and exits, a unified layer of intelligence that owns the deployment and distribution of liquidity across protocols, chains, time horizons, and risk services with precision. So what does autonomous markets unlock? The rise of agent-driven systems like structural shift addresses the core constraints stalling DeFi growth, right? Today, billions in TVL sit idle across chains with transactions to TVL ratio declining. Ecosystems burn capital on short-term incentive loops while fighting for the same finite pool of users, most whom abandon flows that demand more than 2 clicks. Now, autonomous markets convert this static energy into dynamic throughput. Agents continuously reallocate capital across strategies, assets, and chains, transforming idle liquidity into a stream of optimized financial operations. From yield generating to hedging, refinancing, arbitrage, and rebalancing, every action becomes a part of a self-optimizing flow. Incentives become exogenous, driven not by emissions, but by intelligence that compound value over time. The more the agent's system hosts, the more efficient it becomes. More agents, better coordination, lower execution risk, higher capital efficiency. The intelligence scale because it's systematic, not additive. This is the architecture DeFi needs to grow into the next phase, not static infrastructure with passive capital, but a living, adaptive coordination system. Autonomous markets are bridged from dormant TVL to intelligence, always on productivity. Now, this is the new DeFi. This is what's being built as of right now. AI is going to change the way DeFi is looked at from now on and the way people use DeFi. And as ZeroX Jeff puts in his article here, instead of having ChatGPT-like interface, some opt to build fully autonomous agents that handle and optimize DeFi tasks for users behind the scene. As a user, you just need to click a few buttons, let the agent handle the rest. This is what a lot of people are going to want to do, and this is why those pretty much autonomous, robo advisors for stocks, traditional markets were actually pretty successful, right? Is because they did all the work, letting the user just pick what pools they wanted to go into, and they just let their money sit and compound over time. So we're looking at DeFi really just change in front of our eyes as of right now. So GIZA right now is integrated with EigenLayer AVS, utilizes sophisticated ML models for dynamic risk assessment using real-time market data. GIZA has their own open source ZK-ML framework that they will be using for verifiable AI use cases in the future. Smart accounts, session keys enabled for non-custodial security. Agents can't control the user's funds directly. Users define precise operational boundaries for a specific period of time, which is pretty much like the robo investor things, right? Also utilizes MCP as a systematic abstraction layer that allows the agents to perform on-chain DeFi actions, right? So we're really watching DeFi change in our faces with GIZA as of right now. Now, the question that comes up is, will it be successful within this period of time? Who knows? That's all dependent on the market demand and how the market is going to pretty much be looking at DeFi AI and specifically GIZA. But as of right now, the team is building, the product is looking very good. The capital that's being optimized is continuously going up. The number of agents, the transactions is all going up. So this shows that there's on-chain demand for it, right? And this could possibly be could be a blue chip, a DeFi blue chip in the future. If it's now, we don't know how things are going to play out once again. And that also brings up the elephant in the room, which comes up to their vesting schedule that I've gotten pretty much a lot of DMs on. How do I feel about the vesting schedule and things like that for GIZA? Of course, you're going to have this discussion here between Chiron and ChuckT.eth. They discussed the vesting schedule as well. Everything vesting from TGE, there is no big unlocks. This is all because it's linear. It's literally linear. So there's going to be unlocking pretty much every day, depending on how well the market is looking and the supply and demand, things like that. The hype for GIZA will determine how it can eat up the vesting that is coming in every day, the unlock that is coming in every day, and sustainable over months and things like that, right? We discuss all of this in the Essentials to Mastering Tokenomics. This is why I tell you guys, I believe this is an important book for you guys to actually pick up. Easy to read, And once you're able to understand supply and demand, these are type of altcoins that you're probably going to try to take a bet on, because of the fact that you understand that these guys are building. All they need is just now the supply and demand, right? You go look down, you just go look at their vesting here. It's going to take some time to finish, but I did the work here, right? We know there's not much time left in this bull market if stays the same 4-year cycle, right? Most people are going to begin now around October, December, things like that. So this year, pretty much the next 6 months is the rest of this bull market, unless something changes, we get an extended bull market. We don't know that as of right now, but the way things is looking, by the time we're looking into October, you're looking about 16% of its supply being out in October. That's the total supply of it being out in October, and that's something I believe it can definitely withstand. So of course I did the work for you guys, right? If everything right now stays the same, right, and it just started to run, right, the market cap right now is at $17 million. This is a circulating supply of 93.1 million tokens. Now, giving our target by October, we're less than 2x of the supply being out there, right? That puts it now at 15% of the total supply being out, where the market cap will be $27.7 million by then, right? You guys already know how this market goes. If this market stays bullish and Bitcoin goes on a run, let's say Bitcoin does do the 120K, price, who knows what that's going to do to alts. A lot of these alts could run up within that time. Remember, we know how fast things move in crypto within a month and 2 months, right? So without that vesting being out there, let's just say this actually hits a market cap of KETA, right? You're looking at it, if it does between October, right, between now to October, right, you're looking around just about a 10x gain. And if it was with this right now started to run up, you're looking around a 15x gain, right? So I'm looking at it as it's a decent bet as of right now for my price targets within the rest of this cycle. Now, for other people, that may be very different. For other people, they may see it the way I see it. I see supply and demand and where these low market cap altcoins that is building something like GIZA out, right? So I want to know what you guys think in the comment section down below. We talked a lot about supply and demand, what GIZA is doing. We're watching DeFi really change in our face with GIZA as of right now. But leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. And if you guys haven't subscribed yet, please do so. We're on that road to 20K subscribers, and I'll check you guys later. Peace, YouTube.